If you're a purpose-driven leader, you already know that before stepping onto the stage to deliver a keynote presentation, speech, or talk, it's all about two words. It's all about internal alignment. Before you even say your first word on stage, and for me, when it comes to delivering a keynote, I like to focus beforehand on two things: calming my nervous system and activating the most magnetic version of me. So what I would love to do today is simply share with you my process for doing exactly that, my pre-ritual for doing exactly that. Now, what I want you to remember is this is my truth. This doesn't have to be your truth. So don't see this as a magic bullet or a formula, because there is no formula to life. So there shouldn't be to your life. All I would invite you to think about is seeing this as inspiration to create your own process. So, hey, without further wait, let's get into it. Now, on my phone, I've actually written down the key list of events that are about to occur next week. Because on the 10th of June at 1:50 p.m., and by the way, you may be watching this video way after the 10th of June, 2025, but on the 10th of June, 2025 at 1:50 p.m., I'm delivering a speech for 35 minutes at one of the largest business conferences in Europe. And the topic is my signature talk, Relationship Currency, how to, or rather 3 communication habits for inspiring trust and igniting sales growth. And the outcome that people are going to receive are walking away with actionable frameworks to help them cultivate trust, have meaningful conversations, and spark a connection that really builds long-lasting relationships in business. Now, what I'd love to do is walk you through exactly what I have planned before and after. And I'm not talking about planning the keynote speech, how I'm going to write it. That's all done. I'm not here to help you with that. That's another video altogether, okay? What I'm talking about is the 1% details, which most often don't talk about. So let's get into it. So first milestone, 10th of June, okay? 10th of June at 1:50 is when I'm delivering this talk. Now, I'm not going to arrive on the 10th of June. Now, I could do that, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to fly by the seat of my pants. I think that's the right phrase. Fly by the seat of my pants. I don't want to leave things till last minute, okay? It's just not a good look. It's not great for the nervous system. It's not good for one's energy. It's not good for the event planner's energy. It's not a good look for anybody. So I'm going to be arriving on the 9th of June. I'm going to get on an 11 a.m. train and get there peacefully and in a calm and peaceful manner. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm doing. Now, what am I taking with me? Obviously, I'm going to take an outfit for the actual speech, but I'm not just whacking anything into my suitcase. No, for me, it's important to wear something which represents my energy and my brand, but also when I wear it, I feel comfortable and confident in my own skin. Comfortable and confident in my own skin. What I'm also doing is packing my supplements. Now, if you like, let me know in the comments and I can actually send you the supplement stack that I currently take, but my list of supplements, I'm not going to not take them just because I'm away for a night. It's really easy to do that, is it not? Oh, I'm just going away for a day. I won't take this, that. I want to create as much familiarity with my routine as humanly possible. So I'll be taking my supplement stack with me. What else would I be doing? What else would I be taking with me? I've actually written this down. Hold up. Don't edit this out, by the way. I want people to know that this is an unedited video, okay? I'm giving you the realness. Oh, yeah, okay. And my meal plan, duh. So I'm not going to be taking tiffins with me. Is it tiffins or plastic containers? I think Indians call it tiffins. I just called it a tiffin anyway. So I won't be taking plastic containers with my food in it and whatnot, but I do have a meal plan. And what I will follow is the rough macros for every single meal to ensure, once again, that I've got familiarity and I'm staying in alignment with my goals. Okay, the next milestone that I have. What's the next milestone I have, people? The next milestone is, the speaker's dinner. So I've got a speaker's dinner on the 9th. Now, what I could do is have a late meal, stay out late and wake up feeling groggy the next day. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it a point to leave early. I'm going to make it a point to leave early. So I'm going to show my face, show up with present and powerful energy, meet the other speakers, develop some cool relationships, but I'm not going to stay out late because that will do me a disservice, but it will also do the event planners hiring me a disservice. And I don't want that. Nobody wants that. So what am I going to do after that? Well, I'm going to go home and I'm going to engage in a winding down routine. I'm going to engage in a winding down routine. Now, for me at home recently, what that looks like is quite simple. I have a hot shower. I will then either have a moment just to breathe, do some meditation, short bit of breath work, but just a few moments of peace. I can listen to the cars outside. I can listen to my dog barking if she's doing that, or the baby crying, whatever it could be. But I'm just focusing on stillness. And then I'm going to do something which is quite controversial. I'm going to watch TV. That's what I've been doing. I watch TV. I take the iPad. I put on my blue light blockers. Okay, I do that. I put on my blue light blockers, but I watch TV. Now, I was against this for a long period of time. It was like, no screen time before bed. And then I did it a few times. And then my Aura ring over here, I started noticing that every time I did that before bed, whoosh, my body would go into a restored and relaxed state. And I was like, whoa. And I'd wake up feeling replenished. Now, should I substitute that for a good book? Yes, but I'm human. Okay, I'm imperfect, just like you. And I like it, so I'm going to do it. Now, what I am going to make sure I do the night before the gig is I'm not going to watch something which gets me hyped. I'm also not going to watch something related to business because that gets me hyped. Or watch something related to my expertise. I'm going to watch something like a comedy or a documentary and something which is completely dislocated from my day-to-day. Otherwise, my mind starts going. I truly want to switch off. And then what I'll probably do is I'll call my wife. Have a quick chat, make sure everything is good at home. We've got a 5-month-old and a 2-year-old. Make sure everybody's good. And then I will head to bed. With the phone away from me, not near me. Now, what's the next milestone? What is the next milestone? The next milestone of this process that I'll be undertaking is the morning, of course, duh. So in the morning, no coffee that morning. So I've been working with a health team in the United States for about 6 months. And one of the things that we did was a hormone test. And what we found was for me and my body that my cortisol levels are the highest in the morning. So the last thing I want to do is start chugging coffee. Don't want to do that and increase the cortisol levels. I don't want to do that. But also, it doesn't mean I don't have a coffee. I do love a 1 espresso shot coffee, but I have it normally a couple of hours after I wake up. But on that day, I'm not going to chug one straight in the morning, and I'm not even going to have one a couple of hours after I wake up. I don't want any stimulants in my system. I don't want anything which is going to move me off my center. I want to be in deep alignment that morning. So what am I going to do? I'm going to engage in a morning practice which activates the version of me that has already received his deepest desires, the version of me that has already achieved all of his goals, and the version of me that is in alignment with my higher self. So how do I do that? Well, at home, it's traditionally a mixture of 3 things: a cold plunge, meditation or breath work, and gratitude. Quite simple. For me, that's how it works. And sometimes it could be a walk or foam rolling, and then it could be breath work or meditation followed by gratitude. And if the kids are having a crazy night and I'm being woken up, like I've been getting woken up recently at like midnight, 3 a.m., 5 a.m., that all goes out the window, okay? And I do the best I can with the tools that I have that morning. But here's the thing. I have a cold plunge at home. I won't have a cold plunge at the hotel. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have a cold shower, okay? I need to go to plan B, a cold shower. I can have a cold shower anywhere, I can do breath work anywhere, and I can show gratitude from anywhere in the world. I like to have a routine which is simple, one that works for me, but also one that allows me to complete it anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. So I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to have looked at my phone. At that moment, I'm not going to have looked at my phone, because what I don't want is the news hitting me with any negativity, social media hitting me with any negativity, any energy from the outside world that could shift my balance. I don't want to do that. But then what I will do is stick to my meal plan as the best I can to create familiarity, stay with my health goals, and move forward with my day. So I'm going to whack on my outfit. I'm going to go to the event, but I'm not just going to sit there waiting until I speak at 1:50. Because remember, I told you my talk is in the afternoon, straight after lunch. All right. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But there's going to be a host of speeches from other great speakers before me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to snippets of different speakers' speeches. Why? So that I can take a look. Well, actually, one, I can learn something. Two, I can take a look at what moments resonated with the audience, so I can weave the takeaways into my speech. So I can show them, hey, I'm somebody who deeply listens to your needs, and I can pivot my material on the fly. It's like when somebody breaks character in a movie or, I don't know, theater, and you go, oh my God, like I get to see the real them. It's sometimes cool to do that with your speech, because it can feel like there's formal setting. But once you start using moments from the day, it's like, oh gosh, that can't have been pre-planned 2 weeks ago, because he's just learned that today. So I need to show moments of realness, or rather moments which show authenticity in an engineered scenario. That's probably the best way to put it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is meet as many people, attendees, participants beforehand, so that when I step onto the stage, it's not a cold audience, it's a lukewarm audience. Now, for me, there'll be about 300 to 400 people in the room. So I'm not going to be able to meet everybody, but I want to make sure I get around and have as many conversations as humanly possible. Now, my morning routine will have set me up for being present. So when I'm talking to people, I'm not scrolling my phone. I'm not thinking about, oh, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? Did I send that email? No, I'm not doing that. I'm actually present with another human being and focusing on one thing and one thing only: connection. That's all I care about. Connection. Okay, connection. Now, what's the next milestone? I need to check. There's so many milestones, people. There is. There really is. Okay, so the next milestone is, just before I get on stage. Now, everybody has their own process before they go out on stage. I'm not here to tell you that you need to follow this. Once again, as I said at the top of the video, this is not a formula. I invite you to see this as inspiration for creating your own process, okay? Now, what I'm going to focus on is removing myself from the crowd, finding solitude, and doing some basic breath work. Some basic breath work just to calm and regulate my nervous system. I don't want to focus on getting hyped. I want to focus on getting grounded. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to a song which evokes the exact emotion that I want to evoke in the audience. So if it is hype, I might listen to Will Smith getting jiggy with it, right? Or Pitbull. But if I want to walk in with a more solemn presence, I may listen to something completely different. But this event is high energy. So I'm probably going to listen to like Nas, Made You Look. I'm probably going to listen to Will Smith getting jiggy with it. I'm probably going to listen to like old school 50 Cent, Drake. That's my thing, okay? But it's going to once again activate the most magnetic version of me. And then what am I going to do afterwards? Well, it doesn't just end there. For me, what I'm going to do is shoot a quick 1-minute video saying thank you to the event planners, meet some of the individuals, do some Q&A. Individuals, when I say that, I mean some of the attendees. And then what I'm going to do is focus on having a winding down routine. Because my aura ring, I can guarantee, will say, hey, Rev, you are stressed, right? And we got to remember that stress can be you having an incredible time at a party or speaking on stage. And even though you're feeling incredible and having an incredible time, it could be stress from having fun with loved ones. That can put stress on your body, as well as having a hard week at work. That can put stress on your body. So what am I going to do? I'm going to focus on solitude, calming the nervous system, coming back to self, processing exactly what I believe went well, what I could work on. And I don't mean reviewing the game tape. That will happen potentially a week later or 2 weeks later, depending on when I actually receive the footage from the event. But really my mind thinking about it objectively. Hey, Rav, what went well? What could you have worked on there? But more importantly, regulating and calming that nervous system. Because I just don't want to be hype. I don't want to be up here the whole time. Because then I wake up the next morning feeling drained. So, hey, I hope that helps you in some way. I really do. I wanted to focus on giving you something that is rooted in my truth versus theory. Because this is something I'm going to be doing on the 10th of June. For me, that's in about 10 days' time. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I truly love getting up on stage, speaking to people like you about something that's really close to my heart, which is effective communication and building meaningful business relationships. Because man, in a world of automation without intention and conversations that lack connection, damn, do we need trusted relationships and authentic communication more than ever before. So hey, I hope you enjoyed today. I'll see you next week. Peace.